Chapter 5. On Top. The children sank down in the snow. They unstrapped their packs and stretched their aching legs. Whoever called these stairs golden is crazy, said Emily. But we did it. We climbed every step, said Isabel. She smiled for the first time since they began their trek. My back feels like it's on fire, said Matt. That sled is heavy when you're carrying it up a gazillion steps. There wasn't that many, said Emily. Maybe not, but it felt like it. You did well, children, said Mrs. Langley, and I checked the supplies we brought up earlier. Our packs are covered with snow, but they are all here. The children followed Mrs. Langley to a long-handled shovel sticking out of the snow to mark their packs. Mrs. Langley had tied a red bandana to the top of it. It flapped like a kite in the wind. Emily peered at the hundreds of weary people who'd made it to the summit. Some were huddled inside their mud-stained tents. Others leaned against their snow-covered packs. It looked like a city of dirty, tattered tents. Dawson City had to be better than this miserable place. After a hot drink and a biscuit, we'll pay our tolls to the mounted police and be off, Mrs. Langley told them. Please, can't we rest here a little longer? Pleaded Isabel, rubbing her sore ankle. My ankle still hurts. I'll wrap it to ease the pain, said Mrs. Langley, but we have to keep going. We have to reach Crater Lake today. We'll make good time with our sleds, but we need to set up our tents before dark. Where do we go after Crater Lake? Asked Emily. We have to sled our supplies to Lake Bennett, explained Mrs. Langley, and we'll have to travel back and forth a few times. But once everything's moved, we'll be ready to sail. The Roberts will build a boat, and we'll all sail it to the Yukon River. The river will carry us to Dawson. Emily sighed. She couldn't imagine how they could walk or sled any further. They were all so tired. Still, they'd come all this way to find gold, and they would. Mrs. Langley fired up the small stove she'd placed on a patch of ground. She put a kettle on for tea. As they sipped their warm drinks, they saw a skinny, sandy-haired boy of about 12 asleep against his ripped pack. A bag of dried beans spilled out of one end of the pack. The boy looked hungry and alone. Mrs. Langley walked over and left some biscuits on a faded blue and yellow scarf that lay beside him. Poor boy, she said. At least he'll have something to eat when he wakes up. Emily looked around. Most people looked as tired and miserable as the boy. Most looked like they didn't want to take another step anywhere.